Hello, my friends. I'm here to go into a pretty straightforward topic, yet it may not feel so straightforward. Three simple steps for high achieving women to go from a feeling of out of control and back to a sense of hope and restoring hope again. This came up really, it's been a topic and a theme, I feel like, for the entire year of 2020. And I feel like it's particularly relevant. I saw this a lot this last week with people feeling really challenged by the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and just feeling that sense of like, how can I do this? How can I move forward? How can I really start to feel hope for the world, hope for myself, hope for the future? And it's a really essential topic. I feel like 2020 has revealed so much to us about what is actually the truth. And the truth is, we don't have control. We don't have certainty. Change is constant. And our human minds don't really love that. We want to know and feel like we can have control, that we can have a sense of a say in everything that you do every day. And I'm here to tell you that you can actually have that say, you can have that feeling of hope, you can have that feeling of connection. It's just not always exactly what you think. And the first thing you have to do is actually start to notice and observe when you're starting to spin out or spiral out, and then to do something about it. So when you start to notice that you're spinning out and spiraling out, and I'll just go into my own experience with it on Friday, actually, when a lot of this was happening. I was experiencing a lot of that energy of like, oh my gosh, a little bit of doomsday, the worst is coming, etc., while also mourning the loss of this really wonderful and fabulous leader. And so when that was happening, I noticed that for myself, what was happening is the more I was on social media, the more I was reading news media, the more it was really taking me down that spiral. And so this is the first simple step, which is honestly to stop. And I am totally aware that I'm doing this by talking to you on social. I actually really believe in the power of what you say and creating something for yourself and your world and your life that is positive and uplifting. And so I'm committed to sharing that kind of information on social media. And if you find that is happening for you, that you are spiraling out, that it's taking you into a place where you feel really challenged and stressed and anxious about the world, take out that information, cut it off. Cut off the flow of information that is stressing you out. Whether it's the newspaper or if it's coming from social media, like just clear yourself out. Put those things down. Step 2 is to then ground your body. And you can do this any number of ways. Sometimes it can be really simple. One of my favorite things to do is actually to wiggle my toes. And it's far enough away from my head that I kind of have to focus my attention down there. It helps me feel my feet, whether my feet are actually on the ground or if my feet are up like they are right now, because I like to sit with my feet, my legs folded when I sit in a chair. But whatever it is to help ground yourself, you could take a deep breath. I have a favorite, which many of you have seen before. Put your hand on your head, just get yourself into the present and ground into the now. So the first step, right, to stop the spiral. Notice what's challenging you, taking you into that spiral. Step 2, ground yourself into your body. And then step 3, and this one is so simple, and yet we need the reminders. Get back into gratitude. Get back into gratitude. And gratitude can be so simple as, ooh, my toes work. Gratitude can be, wow, I'm in a home that is safe and comfortable. Gratitude can look like, for me, a lot of it comes from Coco, my dog. Or it can be from, I'm really grateful right now for drinking some hot coffee, which is one of my favorite things to do every morning. Like, what can you be grateful for? And sometimes I think with gratitude, we go to what I would consider platitudes, like sort of the generalized idea, I'm grateful for my spouse, I'm grateful for my kids, etc. But can you actually get really granular, get really specific, get really clear into what it is in that moment that you're really grateful for? And when you start to get more granular, you can actually start to absorb and feel that experience of gratitude. Like I write down 5 things every day I'm grateful for, and I don't want to always write the same things. And so then I start to reflect and I start to look, like right now I'm in a really amazing, powerful business community, and that those women really inspire me. So I can go into like, wow, I'm so grateful to be part of this awesome community of women. What is it that's really specific for you? I'm really grateful for the food that I'm going to eat for lunch. Like, I'm always into food. So pick something really specific. But when you start to give yourself these things and you start to look again, you can start to realize that there is so much more in the world that is really powerful and really beautiful. And to move yourself out of this spiral and then back into that place of gratitude and actually giving yourself again a sense of hope, a sense of, oh, there is more out there. There is more to this life. Because honestly, the one thing that you can really control is here, your mind. That is the only thing you can control. You cannot control literally anything else. You can control your own mind. But once you can start to catch yourself in your own mind, that is actually where you can make a difference in the world. Because you know what happens when you start to shift your own mind? You shift your family's minds, you shift your spouse, you shift your kids, you shift your parents, you shift your siblings, you shift the people you work with, you shift the people in your life. And once you actually can start to do that, that is meaningful change. That is real change. That is something that you have a say in the world. And the more we can remember it and keep coming back to that over and over again, the more life opens up for you again. So I'm here to remind you of these things. I'm here to remind you that you have the say in stopping yourself in the spiral. You have the say of coming back into the present in your body. You have the say in being grateful again for all the abundant and wonderful things in your life, because I know that for each of you, my high achieving women, that you do have so many things to be grateful for. And I'm not telling you to make an endless list, but at least 3. Give yourself 3 solid things right now that you can be grateful for. Pop them in the chat. Let me know. I really want to hear it. And then remember that this is the tone to set for yourself and for your day, whether it's for your week or whatever it is, but really to set the tone for your own internal dialogue and to make the change that you really want in the world. Okay, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you all soon.